What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails into Reverie. Last time What did we do last time? Oh, I remember. Last time we went through the third sanctum here in the Reverie corridor and managed to unlock all of the stones we needed to unlock. And, of course, we unlocked a brand new character, which was Laura's father, for use here in the Reverie corridor. Guess we can say hi real quick. What an intriguing turn of events to be summoned to this land of trials after becoming the Radiant Blade Master. Perhaps it's a sign I haven't yet reached my true pinnacle, in which case I must keep training and hone myself even further. I shall remake myself together with all of you, as though I am once again a young man taking up a sword for the first time. He's still missing an arm. But yeah, so we have a bunch of stories to get through, so without wasting any time, let's go ahead and get started on them. We'll go in order with whatever's here. So we got 5 things here. We got Maidens Melancholy, we got A Path Chosen, Justice Ado, Fallen Prince, and then Orbital Gear Project Orbital Gear 4, Part 1. So it's obviously going to be a sequel to this one. Similar to how in Sky the Third there were 2 stories involving Agate, Tita, and Erica Russell. But let's start with A Maiden's Melancholy and see what this is all about. So let's get going. Oh, I bear many a sin upon my shoulders. One is from realizing the great twilight, throwing the Empire, no, all of Zemuria into chaos. One is watching Milliam sacrifice herself without so much as lifting a finger. So this has to do with, even though Sharon and Sarah are in this story already seems like it's going to revolve around Claire's guilt for everything. One is using the talent His Excellency, the late Chancellor, found within me to avenge my father by my own hands. One is tearing my family apart. My crimes are numerous and eternal, and yet I am allowed to remain in the RMP like nothing has changed. That isn't because my sins have been forgiven. If nothing else, I refuse to forgive myself for them. A sinner should never expect to be forgiven. We have no such right. All I can do is resolve to rebuild the world that we had destroyed with my own 2 hands. That is all I am capable of. Aww. At least she's able to smile. They'll let anybody on a train these days. Figures I'd get stuck riding with you. Wasn't it a most joyous coincidence? You know as well as I do it was no coincidence. You even brought lunch for me. I'm betting you just looked into what the guild was up to and took a guess that I'd be on this specific train. Nothing passes your watchful eye, I see. I expected you would be tired after all your hard work across the land. Making you a meal was the least I could do. Well, I gotta admit, those sandwiches were exactly what I needed right now. In all seriousness, thanks for that. I'm glad to see your trip was uneventful. Welcome to Heimdallar. I apologize for calling you both all the way here. How gracious of you to come and meet us. Gotta admit, I never expected you of all people to summon us here. Why do I get the feeling we've just wandered into a huge to-do list? I wish I could say you're wrong. But first, would you care to join me for a little girl talk, shall we say? Maybe she wants to confide in them with how she's feeling. A Maiden's Melancholy. See, when I read that, I didn't... Like, I thought it just meant all 3 of them were gonna... Wait, what? Intruder alert, intruder alert. They may have accessed confidential information. Apprehend them at once, I repeat. Why did this have to happen while the Major is away? Find them, damn it. The intruder is using active camouflage. You'll need to use heat, movement, and other sensors too. Ow. What are you doing? Get up. I didn't do anything. It's like there's some... Oh. Pardon me. I should have kept to the edges of the corridor. But I cannot have you speak more of this. Now fall into a lengthy slumber. Huh? There you are. Don't move. You're under arrest. And he's gone. Well, it definitely was the Emperor. Huh? Where'd he go? The optical sensor isn't picking up anything. How could he vanish so quickly? Well, he can't have gone far. Find them. Yes, sir. It all transpired the other day at dawn while I was away. A record concerning a retrieval operation for weapons used in Crossbell during this past war was stolen. The motive for the data's theft is currently under investigation. Sounds like someone's trying to stir up trouble. They gotta have some stones to sneak into an RMP hub. An invisible man, huh? We haven't had any reports about that at the guild. Think it's the work of the Phantom Thief? No. Neither the target nor modus operandi match Blue Blanc's style. And there is no reason for the enforcers or Anguis to incite trouble in the capital at present. Which means all signs point to Hercules, the Republic Special Forces unit. But there's no way the Republic would choose now of all times to come at the Empire. Precisely, plus the active camouflage the perp used was far more advanced than Ramda. Does give off the same effect though. Ultra high grade stealth camouflage to make short work of any and all sensors. Its very existence is puzzling, but it also implies that more classified documents are in peril. At least that's what the RMP surmise. So it's likely the perp is hiding somewhere in the capital. That explains why you want our help, huh? I'm glad you catch on quick. You both have strong familiarity with the good and bad sides of the coin, making your perspectives invaluable. I understand you're both very busy, but might I request your assistance? This is usually where Reading is involved. What to do? Oh, Lady Sarah. The fact you came all the way out to the capital betrays your enthusiasm. Ugh. I mean, everyone in Class 7 is working their butts off all around the country. Is this a good time as any for the Badass Babes Brigade to show what we're capable of? Is that what what you're calling yourselves now? Needless to say, I will also assist. Lady Clara, the RMP works day in, day out for the country. I wish to ease that burden, if only a little. Thank you so much. I knew contacting you was the right choice. Aw, stop, I'm blushing. But you know, it's kind of sad, 3 maidens sitting around midday talking about work. Indeed, we could do with a little color in our lives. Prince Oliver and Lady Sherazard's wedding the other day was positively lovely. Yeah, wasn't it wonderful? Plus, I hear Fiona and Lieutenant Colonel Nightheart are getting along quite nicely. How are things with you, Major? Any steamy tales of romance on your end? Well, I've been incredibly busy, so, you know. Speaking of which, I'd love nothing more to get this investigation started as soon as possible. Come on, weren't the one who called this girl talk? You're stuck with us until we're done with our tea. Who are you? Well-dressed woman. Obviously gonna have some relation to Claire in some way. Or it could just literally just be someone who suffered at the hands of what Claire did during the war. After enjoying some lively conversation, discussions on the Invisible Man began anew. Alright. Oh, the race course. Working closely with the RMP as they surveyed the city, they worked to gather eyewitness reports. Why not make a bet on the races while we're here? Oh, hey! Fiona's here with Toa's family. Well, I guess Fiona lives in Heimdallar, so... Sarah also used her guild connections, allowing them to gather a wealth of rumors and information. That's not a guild connection, these are Class 7 connections. Checking for traps. Sharon then took all they learned into consideration to track a suspicious trail leading down below. And in light of their findings, they were all but convinced that the criminal they sought was hiding somewhere beneath the capital. So every eyewitness report points to our guy hiding out underground. A pity that our findings have only expanded our investigation rather than narrowed it. In a way, yes, but it's good that all eyewitness reports were in similar looking areas. I think if we can narrow down what made our culprit choose these areas, finding them should be easier. And now we can finally relax. So how about we... She a friend of yours? Nope, I thought she was talking to you. Have we met? She did say Nei-san, so sister. So would she would be Michael's sister then, right? She already smiles a lot more than Michael does. The last name is the Major. Indeed, she must be related to the Tenacious. So she would be the bottom left one. I'm so sorry. I honestly had no idea. You've really grown. Growth tends to happen over the years. I'm 23 now. And I've grown, just look at you. Nothing I've heard has done your pretty face justice. I bet Emil would be showing you off left and right with pride if he were still here. I must apologize, but Whoa, no need to sound so stiff. We used to play together as kids. Next, you're gonna call me Miss Irving. Should I call you the Icy Maiden then? I heard that one in the papers. Oh God, what the hell? It must be so nice to trash the whole country and still be able to keep your cushy job at the end of it, huh? Hey, you can't just say whatever you want just because she's your cousin. You stay out of this one, old hag. What? I can't be older than you by any more than a year or two. Please try to retain your composure. No comeback? Wow, getting old's really sucked the life out of you. Well, I'll be getting back to work. I'll let you carry on with whatever it is you were doing. Sure hope it isn't anything that would make Emil feel more ashamed than he probably is of you. Of course it hasn't. I hope your work goes well. Take care. Walking alone can be dangerous. I figured it wasn't going to be some kind of nice... It started off nice. Kinda. Well, we know what... Yeah, we know what this is going to be about then. No amount of time will make my sins disappear. I thought I was well aware of that, but maybe I wasn't. They won't disappear, nor should they. I don't deserve the luxury of running. Though the women continued their investigation for a while after that, they found no new leads. They then decided we'd better to call it a day, with Sarah inviting the two for dinner and drinks. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, so set the mood. I think that's also why, like, Claire has been keeping her feelings for Reen a bit distant, because she doesn't feel like she has the right. Even if he felt the same way back, like, she wouldn't feel like she deserves it. We've noticed that pretty much after Cold Steel 3 is when she kind of shut those feelings away. So Isara's that stubborn Michael's little sister, huh? And she's a business consultant, seems like a capable young lady. She is. She's in demand all over the country, so she's always traveling. She's even doing business with the Reverie company. Sometimes Michael will update me on how she's doing. She's grown up so much. I've heard bits and pieces about your family's situation. It seems rather complicated. I've heard a little about the company's woes myself. I'm the one who sentenced her father, my uncle, to his death for his crimes. Perhaps things didn't have to be that way, but it's the choice I made in the moment. My family collapsed like a house of cards afterward. The company nearly crumbled into nothing. It should only follow that she despised me. Gotcha. You know, I was able to squeeze a visit to Northumbria recently after freeing up some time. I wanted to go pay my respects to my dad for the first time in a while, really. Oh. Heh. I'm sure you're already more than aware thanks to some file or whatever. I'm something of a disaster orphan. My dad found me and raised me. I'm sure he always struggled over his decision to raise me as a Jaeger. Ultimately, he gave his life to protect me. In his final moments, he told me to think about how to live my life. We weren't related by blood, but he still thought of me as his little girl up until he breathed his last. To me, that's more family than anything. I see. She's absolutely right. The Reinford family considers me family as well. Even when I tried to sever those ties, they refused to snap. Some bonds simply cannot be severed. Would you consider you and Lady Isara the same? I mean, to be fair, I totally get how a stubborn doofus like you would be too paralyzed with guilt to do much. But the next time you see her, look her in the eyes, talk to her. You can't move forward otherwise. You're right. In hindsight, I've been averting my eyes from everything since then. From the company, from Michael, from Isara. With the Great Twilight over, the Empire is entering a new era. It may be time for me to start anew as well, to face reality. It seems as perfect a time as any. And look, I'll give you as many pokes and prods as you need. Call it a perk of being in the Badass Babes Brigade. Hehe, thank you, both of you. Claire, where are you? Michael, is something wrong, you sound? I need you to hurry to the Leica district. Isara is in danger. Are we sure? I don't know about this one. Feels too perfect. Hello, President Morgan. Thank you so much, Lady Isara. Your business advice is greatly appreciated. On the contrary, Mr. President, I'm the one you should be grateful. By all rights, this company should have gone bankrupt, but you built it back up practically from ruin. This company, it's important. To me, my brother, and to her. You seem rather forlorn, my lady. Don't worry about it, anyhow, until next time. But of course, I await your return. Boy, is her skull thicker than ever. So she didn't say all these things because she actually hates her. Quit trying to shoulder everything yourself, you big dummy. it's gonna eat at me. I've got to talk to her again while we're still both in the capital. Oh, I know. Michael's still got to know her schedule. I think he's still in leaves. He must be busy. That reminds me, we still need to wrap up talks on the thing from before. Maybe if he picks up, we can... Great, now it's raining, lucky me. Oh no. Huh? This will hardly do. It must not be waterproof. And leaving behind a witness is not ideal. Hello? Sorry for being slow to pick up. You never call me this way. Is something wrong? Michael, help me, Michael. And then boom. Isara? What happened? Isara, answer me. Isara! That poor picture is gonna get soaked. I mean, obviously, even worse, she got taken. Isara. How could this have happened? I only just saw her off. If the invisible man is behind it, then... Yep, we finally got a handle on his location. So he went underground over here. His hiding place is through the museum and into the underground, right where the Dark Dragon was. I know the plan was to look into it tomorrow, but I don't think we have the luxury of waiting. Agreed. It'll take Michael some time to get here from Leaves. I'll let the RMP know so we can get to it. Sarah, Sharon, I'm counting on you both. Understood. Let's capture this mystery man and rescue ourselves a damsel. After hurriedly getting in touch with the director of the museum, they borrowed the key. Okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. Is there any way to check when this actually takes place? No. Well, they did say... The one clue that we have is that they said that the prince's and Sherazard's wedding was the other day. So this is still probably in those, like, 10 to 12 days before the game actually starts. Oh, we didn't have to run very far. Isara! Watch out! Where'd that attack come from? Well, well, what masterful evasion. I did wonder who would dare be so bold as to follow me. You have done well to come. So you knew you were being tailed. So he was indeed using ultra high-grade optical camouflage. We finally caught our invisible man. For breaking and entering into RMP's command center. No, that's hardly all. You hurt my family, and for that you will pay. That's what I like to hear. You're under arrest, you monster. Am I? How very funny, but I shall play your game with glee. See if you can conquer one invisible by the naked eye. Ah, oh, come on. It's so... I mean, obviously I'll get one in a few turns, but... It does suck when this happens. That's unfortunate. Easy.
行きますわよ。シャドウスチャンスです。行きます。初期モーテルミラージュ、今です。速攻ですよ。目標を制圧します。ミラーデバイスセットオン。オーバルレーザー照射。ミッションコンプリート。どうか安らかに。
And you're done.
私はお姉さんにかかればこんなものよ。
I have him restrained. Stop resisting and surrender. Heh, my folly was thinking you were weak. Your steel wires, are you perchance a survivor of the Order of the Moonlit Horse? How do you know that name? I have, we shall say, something of a connection to them. Now I have completed my objective in this land. It's time I put an end to this game. Farewell, my fair ladies. May we meet again. Damn it. Isara! Oh, nice. I thought he took her. He got away. How are things looking over there, Major? Okay, fortunately. Claire. Isara, thank goodness. How do you feel? I don't know what I would have done if something happened. You always were a softie when it came to family. Not that I'm one to talk. So, the Emperor obviously knew the order that Sharon was from. Obviously, we know Sharon was part of this Order of the Moonlit Horse, and then it basically got... They took the survivors into Ouroboros. My sins will never disappear. I committed them, and now I must shoulder them forever, even after the Empire begins anew. But I also need not shoulder them alone. I have friends and family who will share my burdens with me. That, at least, is something I can be proud of, right, Emil? I was gonna say, there's no way it just, like, ends right there. You have my thanks, Miss Valentine, Miss Kruger. Both for helping with the RMP's investigation and saving my sister. I'm greatly in your debt. Hey now, think nothing of it. We were all about helping out. Indeed, that Lady Isara is alright is enough of a reward in itself. I'm sorry for kicking up so much of a fuss. As for you, Clara, I guess I owe you thanks. Even if you let the guy get away. Isara, there's no need. It's okay, what she's saying is true. What the culprit said has given us cause for concern. Yeah, as the older gen of the group here, we're going to need to step up our game. If anything else happens, don't hesitate to call me. I'll be there in a flash. Thank you, I'll be sure to take you up on that. Well, at least you're not as much of a lost cause as you used to be. You're no longer the dolt who bottles everything up and leaves the rest of us to figure you out. But I am a little bugged that I wasn't, part of you finally laying down those walls. I'd like to believe that I've changed, yes, a little. I met a lot of people in just a few short years, like the ones at Thor's who have been an incredible influence on me.
どうかこれからを見ていて、イサラちゃん。あなたや兄さん、エミルに胸を張れるよう精一杯頑張るから。好きにすればいいじゃない。せいぜい頑張りなさいよね、クレア姉さん。
So, I was thinking about it. I'm gonna take you up on your offer after all. That was sudden. Are you sure? I realize that we're the ones asking you to come, but it's not going to be an easy job. Oh, I know. Suffice to say that Thor's has piqued my interest now that I've seen how much it's changed Claire. So it has. And there you go. Well, at least they know that the Emperor is involved with stuff. Even though they don't know who he is. Claire's RMP uniform, cool. Alright, so that was a cool little story about Claire kind of moving forward with everything that's kind of gone on. Part of me does wish that Rain was involved in it at least a little bit, but it's probably better this way. So, next time we'll go ahead and get on with the next daydream and move on from there. So, that's going to be it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.